So the first thing that stood out to me is that I came and turned this thing on, waited for a long time, and I never got a signal. So I decided to come down here and watch it. And notice that this thing stays in delay here. And in staying here and waiting for that delay to expire, the thermostat loses power and goes blank. So we might assume that there's a short on the one of the terminals that's being activated as it goes out. So we'll pull this guy off the wall and take a look and see what's wired up to the cooling circuits. All right, here's the wiring, pretty simple there. We should just be getting the Y and the G, I guess. So now we'll check that wiring. So now we've come up to the furnace. We've isolated all of the wiring open, so nothing is touching anything, even our extra strands there. And we'll go downstairs and check it with an ohm meter. So the one thing that we do remember about the top side is, or when we were here last at the thermostat, is when we were testing this, as soon as it clicked into cooling, it lost power and reset. So we're going to test all the wires versus the common. If there was a short in this wiring, it would be a nail strike or something of that nature. So there we are on the common. Grab some red, nothing on the yellow, nothing on the green, and nothing on the white. So it's not in the thermostat wiring from this location to the equipment. Now we'll go out and test the condenser. All right, we're out at the condenser now. And if you'll remember, up in the furnace up there, we had the red and the white connected to send the 24 volts out to the condenser. This is a single stage. So simple wiring right there. So we might expect that there is a short in between those two wires right there. So we're set to ohms. I'll show you here. I'm just going to test the meter. Set to ohms, but now we're going to test for a direct short on that red to white, and that's what we would expect. Nothing there. And these other wires weren't stripped, so I've gone ahead and stripped them all. Let's check this out. Nothing on yellow, nothing on green, nothing on orange, no short there, no short on blue. But wait, we've got a short on black. And it wasn't connected to anything, so why is it tripping, you know, has high amp draw and tripping the power to the thermostat? So the other test you need to be doing when looking at control voltage issues is the wiring with the hole and shorted to ground or shorted to earth. In this case, it might be a nail strike that got caught up and got us tied into the piping, but when I come down here, and I check the piping to the white wire, we've got an issue. So in this case, that's what we've got going on here. And we know it's the black wire and the white wire are affected, because we can come up here to red, I believe, and it is not affected. That connected back. So over there, the meter. Test the meter, we're good. We'll go to ground. So the red is not affected. It's just the black and the white on this cable right here. So in this case, I would say just abandon those two wires, chop them short on both ends, so hopefully the next technician will pick that up, that there's something wrong there, and pick any of the other two wires to go with it. So a quick test you can do once you select the two wires you're going to use, or the wiring that you're going to use, and you know you've had a short to ground, grab all those leads in one clip or whatever like that, and then just check it to ground. Make sure you're good. A simple test, real quick. Moving forward, the yellow and brown will be the cooling wires on this condenser here. All right, we've returned to the thermostat, got it all rewired again. Remember, none of that wiring was affected, we just had to put it back. So there we go. Now we'll go back up top and set up the furnace. All right, we've got the thermostat wiring and the furnace reconnected. This is the thermostat wiring here and the condenser wiring. I've got the common loop through the safety down here. Another thing I noticed is the shipping bolt on the blower is still in place on this one. So if you guys would check them when you're doing startup, make sure that that bolt and that little plastic washer get removed. And I make these little switch holders out of a nail plate. Hold your door switch for you, so you can do this stuff real easily. All right, back at the thermostat, got it all set up. Got a call for cooling going on it, so we'll run back up to the furnace and check for voltage. All right, back up here at the furnace. Just got a G signal to turn the fan on, that's good. Oh, we're tapped on looking at the common and white circuit right there. We're solid down here. We'll just go outside, make sure the contactor's humming. I do have the disconnect pulled because I do not know the state of startup on this since they did not get past that point. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it there. We're good. So there it is. And don't forget to pull out the shipping bolt and a little spacer from that little leg back there.